Now, you may remember last week that I gave you the opportunity to ask a real live American anything that was on your mind. Well, that American is with me in the studio now. Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Now, you are an American, but to prove that...
yeah, tried and true, baby.
To prove that to British listeners, is there anything you can tell us that only an American would know?
Well, I mean, I could tell you a little bit about myself.
Sure.
I own 7 firearms.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoy things like beer.
Yeah.
I think the Olive Garden has delicious Italian food.
That means nothing to us. We don't have the Olive Garden.
So that's proof. That is the clinching bit of proof. This guy is American.
You know? It's easier.
His story checks out, Andy. His story checks out.
It does check out.
Okay, so here are the questions that we've had this week. First, Dear American, thanks so much for getting us into this mess in Iraq. Any idea when we might leave? That's from Ian Semper from Tewkesbury.
First of all, you're very welcome. Second of all, when will we leave? I think you've already answered that, because I think you guys are tucking tail and running already from the last time I checked. I think you cut back from 5,000 troops to 2,500. I mean, what is that? That's like a, what is that, like a football team or an army you got over there?
What does tucking tail mean?
I won't expect you to understand. What I'm saying is, this country understands war, okay? I don't think British people understand war. See, war is in our history. It's in our history.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, let me take you back to a little war I like to call WW2,
Right.
okay? I remember you guys grappling in your britches or whatever you call them. You're freaking out, you're scared, and who comes in? Uncle Sam and his army of handsome blokes.
Yeah, you were just a closing picture.
Let me just explain. This country, America, understands war. We're a war nation, okay? We've been at war for a long time. We'll continue to be at war. It's what makes us Americans, okay? And if you don't want to be in the war with us, that's fine.
I hope that answers your question, Ian. Andy, do you have a letter?
I do have a letter. It is as such, Dear American, what is up with the dollar? Love from Heidi Range.
I'm assuming you're referring to the American dollar.
Yep. The US dollar.
And I'll tell you, a lot of people keep telling me the American dollar is weak now. Overseas, it's not going to buy you as much. I'm going to tell you right now, I think that's bullshit. I don't know if I can say that on the air or not, but that's what I think that is. Let me throw a question back at you guys.
Okay.
What's the color of money? Green has always been the answer to that question.
Well,
it's always been the answer.
I don't think the Romans...
What color is the American dollar?
What? Yeah.
It's green.
It's white and green, though.
Not really. It's mainly green.
It's not just green.
It is mainly green. I have a ton of it in my pocket. You want me to pull it out? I'll pull it out of my pocket. I go into a store, say, in London, okay? Something costs 10 pounds or whatever you call that. Sure. That makes no sense to me, first of all, because 10 pounds is like a weight to me, okay? It's not a... But fine. You want to call it pounds? Fine.
We
want to keep things confusing?
We really
fine.
do want to call it that.
I go into a store, something's worth 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I hand the guy $10 American. Yeah. You're telling me he's not going to give me that said item?
That is what I'm telling you.
I don't believe you. Well, I think he's going to see that $10 bill. His eyes are going to roll back in his head. He's going to go, holy crap, American money. Obviously the most valuable money in the world because it's American, and he's going to give me that item. The economy might say one thing, but I think people know. And that's what matters.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So you put your faith not in the economy, but in people.
Look, it's all make-believe.
Okay.
Okay? And that's the bottom line. The whole economy it's a mind game, okay? And my mind game says the green dollar wins every time.
Well, I think we better wrap up the Ask an American section before the special relationship is ended forever.
I got nothing else to do. I'm actually currently unemployed, but that's not because of our economy. Something that happened at work. My boss told me to do something I didn't agree with. Plus, he was looking at my ass.
That is... I hope you've had your questions adequately answered by the American here. If you have any more questions for this American or any other American, please do email them in the coming weeks.
And the email address is thebugle@timesonline.co.uk.
Yeah.
The Bugle letters section. Well, thank you very much, those of you who've written in to the Bugle.